Righty. Get rid of this. All right. Yeah. I'm not good at fading out my audio. still gotta get a little scroll wheel thing for that. Let me switch on the right screen here. Boom. Hi. How's it going? Um, there is not too much going on today. Happy Easter if you're celebrating today. Um, I think I'm gonna finally take off the wizard hat. Um, we can mess around with kind of screwing with my VTuber a little bit today. Um, Rhapsody gave me the idea, so I'm gonna do that. She didn't mean to, but she did anyway. So like I broke my chair last night. I snapped the arm off of it, so there's no more squeaky chair. No more memes about squeaky chairs. So um, I also just improved mine and got 15 more FPS out of it, and it's better animated. Nice. There you go. um, yeah, so I'm basically gonna let's see. Let you forget the squeaky chair. Yeah, no, they won't let me forget that. No, it's I feel like there's gonna be memes about chairs at the next stream, just if I bring it up at all. Um, but for now anyway, I think I should try to at least mess around with the Adobe Character Creator in order to give myself some bunny ears today. I think that would be funny and let some people see a little bit of the behind the scenes of like manipulating these VTuber models and things like that, and how I like generate assets for them and stuff like that. So it'll be a little deep dive into that, I guess, while we just hang out. Um, yeah, I don't really got any other updates. It's it's the holidays and stuff, so everything's a little quiet. But will that not face reveal you by accident? No, it won't. I'll be focused entirely on Photoshop. I won't actually show the character creator app at all. I'm basically just gonna tell you. Um, in fact, let me open up before I actually open up the tablet here or any of the other programs that I have. I am going to already freeze up my character here, and get the source open. So edit, right click on my puppet, edit original. Should open it up in Photoshop. And now I can just hop back to my stream and everything works again. Yay! Mr. Maynuk, hey, thank you so much for joining. It's good to see you. Um, I appreciate the robo emoji. Um, thank you so much. It's Getters. Oh, Getters. Hey, it's good to see you, buddy. I love recognizing faces here. Oh, look at that. We got a follow. It's a ooh, nice. Thank you so much. AC's here. Hey. Happy Easter, everybody. It's good to see y'all. What I'm gonna do is first it's a little cringy, it's a little silly. Um, but first this is what Victor looks like by default. Like with with the default character that it was there before I generated or replaced assets. So you're gonna see a bunch of weird overlapping oddness. Um, from the Adobe default character in here. So like all these extra arms and things like that. That's from the I didn't draw any of that. I didn't make any of that. I didn't gen any of that. That just comes from Adobe. But I did make the glasses, I did make the hat. So we're gonna do some bunny ears today. I figured that's silly enough for the holiday. But in order to do that, I first need to make some bunny ears, right? So let's try to get them like in style for Victor, right? So we can do that with Midjourney. So I'm just gonna do that way. Um, we can pop over back to the fantasy stage here. This is my Discord. You're welcome to join it. Go to victorgnarly.com and you'll find it. Why is this on the bottom here? That should be. It's just not showing up right now. That's all good. I'll just not worry about that. Okay. Oh wait, no, it's just off center. Let's see. Hold on. Yes. Okay. For some reason that was off center, and also not full screen. Yeah. Everything broke a little bit ago. I don't know why. Okay. There we go. Leave that on. Got it. Okay. So what we're gonna do is in my Discord here, we're just gonna prompt Victor, and we're going to do the bunny ear thing. So we'll just do wearing bunny ears. And make sure it's on EG6. We're gonna do a character reference for Victor. I won't worry about dropping because we just need the asset on top of the head. So we'll see if that gets us something clean just right off the bat. Um, if you haven't played around with character referencing yet, oh man, it's too much fun. It came out about 2 weeks ago now, I think, and it's a real fun way to just quickly get some like get your character to show up in Midjourney. Really is super fun. And you can see here that it's Victor dominates the image significantly because we didn't drop the character weight at all. I still don't really like. Yeah, it's really rigid. It's really rigid. So like there's certainly, especially for certain people, there's going to be some limitations in it that are just going to be really disappointing. But like it doesn't have to be disappointing. Like it. Okay, here I'll say it better. This is a way better way to say it. I think that depending that the expectations that people have about what you can do with just the idea of a character is much farther than what Midjourney can do right now. And that's okay. I mean, like it's going to take time and training and research to be able to do non-humanoids and things like that. And Rhapsody, your character, like the bird, the avian element of it, I think is probably where it gets like some of the consistency wrong. But uh, yeah, I just think that it's one of those things where I feel like it was kind of inevitable with the initial launch of it that there would be. Oh, that's not the problem. I'm curious to hear more, of course. Hardly used it here, but I'll get around to using it soon. Yeah, it is a lot of fun though. It really just depends on the the kind of character design you got, you know. Um, but at least for me, it sets the expectation a little too high for people when you hear character, right? It's more like a poser in that way. It's that the faces are garbled when I use CREF. Maybe the glasses are, but I noticed that with other characters too. Yeah, yeah, the faces are probably where they, what is it? Especially when it comes to like the diversity of obstructions to the face, like you're saying, like glasses. Yeah, that really, I have a lot of trouble not getting glasses to show up, right? Like certain like cartoon characters, especially that have fully drawn round eyes, will oftentimes prompt as having big thick glasses. And like it comes down to interpreting. Even if I put a no like a negative prompt on glasses, that happened with Veronica, which is Fran's Tiffany character. Whenever I ran that as a CREF, it very much yeah, it very much wanted to give her glasses every time, even if I tried to negative weight that out. So I would say that it's for a first go, it's amazing. And for if it was considered the final version, then that would be a different story. But it's not. The ears, it's giving me Victor, very Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Yeah. I don't know which ears I really want to go with. Whether I want to kind of go with a little more Playboy ears or not. I like the Playboy ears. Oh, hey, it's Lux. Hey, how you doing? It's good to see you. I'm gonna make a Chaos Portal entry, by the way, for Cowboy Vic. That's what I've decided that I'm gonna do. Is I think that's the best way to make sure that character lives on, and keeps making things. And I'll just upload all the video files to that Chaos Portal entry. I like Victor with pink hair. I know it's cute, right? Um, there's I think we'll go with this one, but I'm gonna probably end up doing a reroll of it just to see if we can get some maybe thicker ears. There's some cute ones here. We definitely want and could ask for a more cleaner face front like version, like ask the character to do a T pose, right? And that would probably get us a more face front example to use. But at least in my experience so far, I just kind of re-roll until I get something that's usable, you know. Let's see. God, these are mixed gender victors are somehow also are also always very stylish. Oh yeah. Um, I love dropping the character weight to 0 and just explore spaces with character with with the like the loose concept of a character. Because what it lets me do is it lets me in paint a higher character weight. Appropriate for today, also being Trans Visibility Day. Right, right. It is Trans Visibility Day. I want you guys to like this is something that we were talking about with Fran earlier. I just it is one of those days that with it being landing on Easter right now, there's a lot of like conservative folks that are like kind of harping on Biden for talking about that, and it's like, no, do you guys understand? Like they're taking advantage of the fact that it just happens to be on a similar, you know what I mean? Like Easter shifts and transvisibility, yeah, which is why I was able to set daily theme to something very fun for trans people while also being Easterly. Oh, is it a US thing? Yeah, it's a US thing. But the trans awareness thing is global though. Well, no, I think the whole thing is global. Let's just go say the whole thing's global. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's see. All right, let me see what the daily theme is because now you're making me curious. Um, let's see here. So that would be at on Midjourney. So let's see. Is it in probably in VC Create? That's where the daily theme is. I was running some old prompts that I was like, oh wait, that's on Midjourney server. That's funny. The Invictor stuff, I forgot that I ran that on Midjourney, so it started popping up in VC Create at one point, and I'm like, oh. um, it's in the daily theme channel. Got it. Okay, daily theme. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Takes me a second to see where all these are here. Okay, showcase, showcase. Mm. Okay. Why am I not seeing it? Characters, image prompts. I'll just send it to you. Yeah, thank you so much. me scrolling through uh a good 50 channels is not the that's funny. Um I'll just write it in here. Yeah, there you go. That's funny. Um I have found that as I am digging into like other discords and stuff and how other people are using Midjourney and whatnot, it's kind of interesting how like I was exploring um one artist's like server that they had just for their character, and it's really interesting to see how people are like organizing things and putting it together. I'll ask them permission before I start diving in to some channels and stuff. But all right, what is this link here? Burp. It's under media share. Okay, cool. Thank you. Look at those eggs. Yes, trans eggs. Yes. Oh, it's perfect. I love it. I love that. That's awesome. Um, that's great. Thank you so much for doing that, AC. And to respond to that, you're gonna get a trans blob. There you go. Trans blob. All right. Okay, cool. Hi everybody. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to do some silly stuff with the VTuber here. Let's go ahead and jump back over to Black Lodge here. I have some bunny ears that I generated. I'm leaning more towards the kind of like evenly bent. Like, well, no, let's go for the third one here. I think that one's cute. Um, and then I will do a creative upscale on that and a subtle upscale. I'm always doing both now. I just like to compare them, but I am oftentimes re-rolling or not using the creative one because I'm usually happy enough with what comes out, right? So it's like the creative one really comes in handy when I'm just like, ooh, we caught something really like more interesting, but it changes the expression quite often. So I usually that's kind of what draws me to a lot of images is just the expressions. So yeah, I'm juggling a little bit when it comes to my usage there. But I would love to hear from you guys inside of text here on Twitch. But you're also welcome to use the Discord text chat as well. We're just gonna be messing around today. I'm not giving myself any kind of real obligations. I troll for you. Hi, it's good to see you, buddy. Uh, it's so good having you guys just hanging out and being regulars and stuff. Um, so much fun. So you can compare here with the creative and the subtle. The subtle is still better. It washed out all the details and did some wonkiness with the face here. Um, but I think this was intended to be like a microphone, right? Like one of those little side mics on the face. It just didn't really complete the rest of it, so that's fine. We don't need it. We're not doing that. Let's go ahead and hop us back over to Photoshop here, and you can see the wacky preset prefab that I have here for it. And all thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find where I save the other assets here, like the hat and the hair and the glasses. So we'll click that. We have the witch hat here. So I'm just going to make sure I put this in that section. Okay. So now it's layered correctly there. Um, let's see. Halululu 67 said, "Hi, have a nice trip. Thank you so much for joining. Let's go ahead and make this a smart object, and then we're gonna edit that smart object. Okay, and I will come up here and do quick object selection and see if it picks it up, and it does. Let's see how well it picks it up anyway. We don't need we don't really need the rest of this, but we can use it as inspo. Like if we want to make a fun pink Victor on stream here today, we could probably use the rest of this too. But for now, I'm gonna just focus on the bunny ears. So we could like meticulously erase what's around this and all that kind of stuff. But what I'm gonna do instead is first I am going to drop my tolerance pretty good. So let's just say like 10, and then I'm just going to negative out this just a little bit what's around the edges here, just to get me past, like just to get a cleaner marquee around the bunny ears here. Got a little bit here and there, not too much. It did a pretty good job. And select a couple other things. It oftentimes will forget like the stroke or the surrounding sort of shade, like any kind of like dark stroke line outline. It'll oftentimes forget that, so we have to make sure that's in there. Just stop by to say, hey, hanging with the family, loving the bunny ears. Hey, it's good to see you, Legal Blue. You have fun with family today, right? Let's see here. Okay, so now that we got that mostly marqued, I'm just not going to care about the rest of this for now. Um, this is a common mistake that people do when they're first, like, getting into Photoshop and stuff. They just immediately start editing this rasterized image, right? You can't really go back without undoing or having multiple copies inside of the same um, project. It's way better to use masks for this. So we're just going to hit the mask button here. Boop. Okay, gives us a super clean mask all around it, thanks to all the new AI tools inside of Photoshop. And the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this mask into the area for the rest of the ear here, or just Victor's head, I mean. So just come into here, select all the way down to here, Okay. Then we just make sure that we select the rest of the canvas here. Boom. And then we click on the actual mask on the top here. So you have your layer, right? The actual pixels that are inside of this layer. And then you have the mask for it right next to it. And masks work with only blacks and whites. So you can apply a gradient to them, but it's going to always be black or white. So we just come into the paint bucket here. We swap it to black, and you can tell which one you need to use. White will make it visible. Black will make it invisible. Turn it into an alpha channel. So we just make sure we're on black, and then we start paintbrushing. Or sorry, paint bucket. I usually have 20 layers. I usually have 20 layers. Never use the mask. Yeah, I highly recommend the learning the differences between the two, because it is quite often the case that you might want some of the information, the data that you deleted, in order to you know to reveal or hide some an underside layer or whatever. Masks are way better at that. So we're gonna make sure that we really fill this in with all the black that's here. You can see that there's a little bit of pixel data that'll inevitably show up from just small little frayed bits and things like that. So we could just delete those, but like for now, I'm just gonna show you guys. We can hit let's see, contiguous should do it. No, turn off contiguous should do it. Yeah. And then it all just kind of disappears. We're just making sure that it's pretty clean. And everything that's below here I'm not really too worried about, because I'm going to crop this down for now. But because it's a mask, no matter, even if I did crop it down, it's still saved. The data is still there. So we're just gonna bring that up to here, bring that over to here. Okay, something like that. Enter. And then let's go ahead and fix up this little bit of hair that showed up here. I would say, oh, just like, gen fill it or whatever, but you actually can just edit fill. You really shouldn't need to do anything that fancy to this here. There you go. And for that, wait, where's my pen? Where did my pen go? There it is. Okay. For this, we're just going to let's actually, yeah, let me go back here a little bit, and I'm gonna use the stamp tool, and I'm just gonna extend that back up a little bit here. There you go. Hey, it's good to see you. It's good to see you, X-Layer. Okay, so let me clean up a little bit more of this edging a little bit there. Let's go for something like that, just to kind of give us a little bit of a round base for that. This looks a little weird. Let's get rid of that. And actually, let's make sure I keep doing that as a mask. So it's a little weird when you have to get used to the idea of paint brushing instead of erasing, right? So you have to make sure you're using black, and then come into here and do the same thing you would do with the eraser tool, but you're really just putting a brush. So that means that you can, use different hardnesses. You can really change this around as you need. But for our goals today, this should be totally fine. Nice goat emoji there. Okay. Clean up some of this randomness here. We are gonna give myself some bunny ears today. So just messing around with the character creator so you guys can see what that is kind of like. I won't be showing the actual program because you will see my actual mug if we did that. So I'm just gonna keep it like this, and I don't really know about adding physics or anything to it. We might, if that button is if it's not that complicated, I'll do that too. But for now, this should be fine. So let's go ahead and save this out. Save as bunny ears. I'll make sure that goes into streaming here. Bunny ears. Why is it on large Photoshop document? There you go. All right. Hit OK on that. And now I just come back over to our oh, whoops, that's right. I did save it as a smart object. Okay, yeah. So to fix that, it's this. If you do end up saving your smart object out as a different file name and it doesn't relink, right? It's pretty easy to fix. You just right click on the layer, and I'll bend myself back a little bit so it's easier to see. And we're gonna hit relink to file, and then I find my bunny ears, and there's the bunny ears. I thought they're moment for legs, right? Yeah, no, you're gonna see my hot pink legs. Um, let's go ahead and you'll notice the cutoff doesn't matter because it's just referring to the PSD file, right? We just need to make sure it actually looks good. So we're just going to mute the witch hat for now, and you're gonna see all the weirdness from the Adobe model in here, but we're just going to place it arbitrarily where it belongs. Shrink that down a little bit. We want to make sure it's pretty visible, right? So we don't want it to be too small. I think that makes sense. I should have done this for the stream on Friday, but it's actually kind of good that I didn't because the video feed didn't work there that day. So um, we'll go with this. I think that's pretty good. And then I'm gonna hit save. Contains nested layer groups that may change appearance if applied to older. That's okay. That's fine. Okay. And now I will pop myself to the fantasy stage. And my model's gonna break here for a second, so we'll see if this works, and then we can continue to mess with it, or we could do something, actually productive today. We'll decide later. So let me open up character creator here. It reloaded all the assets instantly. That was the little lag that you saw there. Oh, you're still seeing lag. Look at there. There's the instantly works. Okay. You can see that it's a little too big. But it do work. Um, we probably want to focus on trying to maybe make them move independently a little bit and see what what it takes to do that. But for now, I'm going to scale this to be a bit different. Yup. So boop. I'm going to shrink that down a little bit in Photoshop here and try to bring it down. And if I hit save, it should just automatically update. Okay. There it goes. I have to click the actual program. Okay. Now it's a little smaller. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, now I got the ears from the generated image here. So there you go. It's it's a bit goofy. But it wouldn't be too hard to incorporate other elements of this generated image, including the head, by the way. Just it's probably just easier if I run it as a like I'll show you guys here. It'll be easier if I do that this way. So I'm gonna pop myself back over to the tablet here, and what we can do to do this pretty quick. First, just confirm that's the head, right? Um, so what? Is this making you uncomfortable, Xlayer? Um, let's go ahead and I haven't seen the 100 character speedrun yet, but what have you made for me? I mean, I've made plenty of stuff for you, man. You know, it's there's a bunch in there from you. Um, I believe, yeah, no, it's not even worth me listing because they're basically all in there. I think the only exception was that one anime girl that walks towards the screen that we did with Pico Labs. I think that's the only one I didn't do. Whichever ones are an original character channel, that's the ones I did. Okay. So you'll notice here that the head is split based on the upper and lower half, right? And that's so that whenever I talk, my jaw moves just a little bit by the collar here. And so what is it, to get this to be pink, we just need to do the exact same effect on both the bottom jaw and the upper head here. Yeah, the one girl with the blonde girl in the green dress that with the big tentacle thing behind her, that's the only one I didn't do. I think. Um, so what I'm gonna do is first make this a smart object. You'll see why I do that here in a second. Um, but I make both shapes a smart object so that I can easily turn this off later. Um, I'm just going to go to adjustments and then photo filter. And then under photo filter, we are going to we'll just do color. And then I'm going to grab the pink that we had earlier, like that, a little brighter. Yeah, that should do it. Okay. And now you just increase the value of that and then turn off the luminance, and everything is suddenly pink, right? But if we leave the luminance on, you can't really tell on the stream here very well, but there is a pink effect that's happening here. I'm gonna just leave it at this for now. So we're gonna hit 85. I'll make sure I copy the hex value here so we know it's 85%, preserve luminance, and we have the hex value. So now I just copy that, and you can see I have it as a smart filter, easy for me to turn on and off later. Now I'll do the same thing here. Adjustments, photo filter, color, and then paste that hex code in there. Switch this to 85, and now everything, at least for Victor's head, is now pink, but also easy for me to turn off the pink too. So I should be able to just save this, and it'll make my head pink after I click this. There we go. Yeah, now I have a pink face. Cool. I could probably incorporate trans colors into this too. Pretty easily. It just make the bunny ears trans. Let's do that. Um, get a let's first we got to make it official, okay? This is a very easy way to reference things. But we're just gonna go to Google here, and we're gonna search for trans colors hex, and it's gonna give us it, most likely accurate hex colors for everything. And white is the center there, so that's easy. Um, and we're just going to it kind of looks like I got beaten up a little bit with the pink with the big eyeshadowy pink here. But we're gonna make some fun with the colors here. So we have our two hex codes here. I'm going to open up the ears. Okay. And we're just gonna duplicate those. There's a lot of different ways you could do this, guys. I'm just messing around with this now. But come into here, do a marquee selection of the ears themselves, and I want to make sure that I don't know how we're going to represent the white necessarily. Yay! Thank you for sharing all those. That's cute, Rhapsody. Thank you. So we got blue and then pink. So let's go ahead and actually do something like this, and then we will kind of converge them in the center uh, as a lighter, whiter color. Maybe just mute the pink out a little bit. Oops. I did that in reverse. Yeah. I'm actually marking everything that I don't want to be pink. Okay. So now we have that. We'll just select the inverse of that. And okay, so this is going to be the blue. So we want to just come into the marquee, black that out there, and then we will just do a hue change on this layer here. Hue, and we're going to switch that to the blue. Um, that's pretty good right there. And we'll be able to confirm those by putting a marquee nearby it. And inside of that, in the color picker here, we're just going to paste that blue and put it in there. You can see my eye is leaning towards more muted colors because I prefer muted colors. So um, let's go ahead and um, get that balanced out here so we can replace color. And this is actually how I do the Sage comics is I'll just use replace color to instead of the proper way to do it with lumetri scales and things like that. I am just doing it with this to here to get it done quickly, something like that. And with the Sage comics, I'm kind of messing around with a bunch of stuff, but yeah, I'm oftentimes doing it this way. And then I'm gonna drop that fuzziness just so that there's a little bit of effect between the two colors here. Okay, let's go for that. Boop, oops, boop. Okay. Now we just need to make the centers. So duplicate this again. This time I'm going to come into here and select something like this and something like this. Ta-da! Ta-da! And then we're just going to come into the marquee here, inverse the marquee, inverse the marquee, and then we black that out here. And now that only includes the centers, and we will just simply drop the saturation here. So boom, click on the actual layer, and we will go into hue and saturation, and then just drop the saturation. There you go. Ha! Trans bunny ears. Let's go. Let's go. Now we have that in here. I should just be able to hit save. And then click on Adobe Character Creator. Have it freeze up on me. Preparing scene, and I have trans bunny ears now. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, it's fun. It's pretty fun. They kind of look like socks. I'll be honest. I feel like the colors are strong now, but it's fun. Right? They are very strong. They are very strong. I'm gonna take them off my face. I think that it makes me look like I got beat up. That's the part I don't like about that. So I'm gonna turn that off. Get the upper side of the face. Boop. There we go. Then I'll hit save on that and come back over to here. There we go. Yeah. All right. Cool. I feel like I kind of want to get two of the bent ones instead of like one up, one down, right? But we can probably bone these if we wanted to make them like kind of bounce around with me or whatever. I frankly don't want to do that blind. I kind of want to know what I'm doing. And I haven't taken the time to really learn this program end to end. But that's a very easy, simple way to just kind of throw in assets on your character, and now it bounces around with my head. So there you go. Um, but to make the double ear thing, make it be a little more. Um, yeah, let's do that really quick. So I'm going to group this, and then I am going to let's make that a smart object. I have so many nested smart objects. I guarantee you that there's something that I will eventually get myself in trouble for in like some temp file sorting management thing that's just gonna uh make one day in the future not fun for me, where I just have like millions of nested layers, smart objects, and something gets reset, some temp data gets cleared, and then all that's gone. So I it happened to me once a while ago, but wasn't too big of a deal at the time. So I'm just going to duplicate this, and on that first one, or sorry, I'm going to just mute the first one. I had to condense all my layers down on my model. Oh yeah, for sure. So let's go ahead and get this, and I will select the inverse of that, and then mask that. Okay. And now this one that's been masked, I can just duplicate that over, bring that here, rotate until it kind of looks like where it should be. It definitely looks like I'm wearing trans socks on my head, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and just do that, then hit save. And now we just compare. It's a little too far. Go for that. A bit better, but still a little. Let's rotate that. Put it something like here. And then maybe shrink that down just a little bit. Kind of looks like antennae now, but that's fine. Now I'll just come back up to character creator and have this bounce around. Okay, let me pull up the ears a little bit. And here. Okay. All right, that's good. That's enough messing with the bunny ears for now. That lets me mess around with this stuff. I could always put the glasses on or put on any other accessory on top of that, but for now, this will be good. Um, as for what to do today, I am curious to hear from you guys. Um, what sort of activities you want to get into? I'm happy to throw Rhapsody in here, and we can all just hang out. I I I I would say let's open up the magma canvas, but I I kind of just feel like deep diving into something. I don't know, like a little less of a doodle mood. I've been drawing for the last 2 days, um, and it's been it would be nice to take a little break for that today. Always down to pick up the pen, but it is one of those things where I did marathon out a April Fool's Day comic that we'll be releasing with about 12 other 11 other artists or so. I'm not sure the total number of them because we're kind of doing it on Discord in a, in a bit of a, uh, you know, whoever's down is down kind of thing. But that'll be coming out tomorrow around 6 a.m. Uh, uh, Eastern. Yeah, 6 a.m. Eastern. So that'll be fun. Victor will be making an appearance, but you will not see his face. Okay. Uh, it'll be quite fun, I think. There is a character from the Bay Rate interview that will be showing up in the comics tomorrow. Um, stay up until 5 a.m. Got it. Yeah, no. I'm sure that it will be part of an onslaught of April Fool's Day comics that I'm sure a bunch of artists will throw in on. Um, but yeah. So if Rhapsody, if you want to get your character up here, I'm happy to just turn that on. I think you're still in here. Let's see. Um, is it on the space set here? I can do that. It's up to you. You don't have to, you know. Um, let's see here. It would be kind of fun. I haven't played a game with you guys in a while. Like, I was playing Pokemon the Pokemon Fusion for a little bit. But I don't really have like a large library of games anymore. Like I definitely do on my Steam and whatnot, but I don't really play games regularly anymore. Um, I want to try that one, but I might need to send you a new link. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'm happy to throw it in there. Let's see here. Pokemon Infinite Fusion is pretty fun. I really do enjoy playing it. It is very odd, the kind of viewership that I get when I play it though, because I recognize that there's a whole demo of people that tune in just for the AI stuff, right? And I've noticed that my viewership will like bounce around way harder when I was playing Pokemon Fusion than it is normally here. Oh yeah, the community. I love that that game is like it actively shows you the username of the person who made the fusion sprite, right? Like that's so neat. Um, I love that. Well, maybe we'll open that up. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't really walk in today with a plan. The only thing I know is that I'm available and just hanging today. So let's see here. Let's uh let's prompt these trans eggs really quick. Here, I'm at the fantasy stage here. These are the trans eggs from the Midjourney server. So I am going to I'll do this inside of Black Lodge because I'm sure we'll get some cursed results here. Oh no! What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? I troll for you. Oh no! This is a kind of oh yes, oh god, the weird bunny Vic is inside of Phantasma right now because of I troll for you. Thank you for that. Um, the fact that it's like you managed to keep holding on to the Playboy bunny aspect of it all the way through, which is quite funny to me. Um, but yes, there he is hanging out in Phantasma. Perfect. Let's go ahead and here are the eggs. I'm curious what happens if we use the eggs themselves as a C-ref. And then we'll just let's say like going on an adventure. And then Niji6, prompt that by itself. I'm not gonna worry about using a style reference for kind of just screwing around like this because like it does significantly limit the results. And you know, if we find a fun creature doing this, then we'll throw them in Phantasma. I'm not leaving my house. If this scary bunny's out, they're in Phantasma. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you probably shouldn't leave the house. Uh he's waiting. He's waiting. Um okay, cool. All right. So we basically got like a bunch of balloons. You know, with a cool little trans dragon here. That's pretty cute. Little blue dragon here. Got fingers pointing up. You know, it's kind of what we expected. But let's drop the character weight significantly. Egg venture. Yeah, they're gonna go on an egg venture together. Let's drop the character weight to 0 and see what it interprets this as. Time to go on an egg venture. Okay. Ooh, ooh, I like these girls. Okay. All right. Cool. Um, kind of not. I mean, I'm not surprised that we got more cat girls out of this stuff. It's just how it be with Midjourney. So, got some cute cat girls doing their thing. It kind of looks like they're, you know, if they weren't wearing big jackets, I'd say it looks almost like beachwear. But it's let's see where they're at. We'll just zoom out, start to check out the world a little bit here. The thing is that I left the character reference in there. We hit custom zoom and then get rid of that character reference. It'll be a little more broad and not repetitive with some of the results. Like the thing is that it's doing a character reference not of these two girls. It's doing a character reference of the eggs, so it'll probably be a little odd as it zooms out here. But at least for me, I find myself oftentimes adding character references when zooming out when I'm only when I want to introduce a new character. So let's see here. Without the character reference, we got them nicely walking down a path. Nicely, I say. There's some wonky legs and stuff going on. We probably re-roll a couple elements of these. But with leaving the character reference in there, not really a big surprise that it makes less sense, and it's kind of like stretchy body parts even more, even worse than the standard one. So we will re-roll this one. But I also want to prompt this with Egg Venture because that's that's silly. Going on an Egg Venture. And we're gonna be cracking some eggs today. I love that's a trans thing. Um, on Reddit, there's a whole thing about eggs. Um, it's not. I think most trans creators have an experience that's cracking somebody else's egg, basically going like, it's because of your thing that I now identify as trans or trans adjacent kind of stuff. It is one of those things where it can be a little overwhelming for the person who's receiving that stuff. Um, just because like they usually are like, oh my god, there's like so many questions that I have, and it's like I'm not a like I'm not an expert. I'm just someone else who's trans. You know what I mean? Like, but we have a little bit of a weird hip here. So I'm gonna just in paint out that weird hip. Everything else is pretty decent about this result here. Um, the double tails and stuff we can always adjust for later. But on Egg Venture, there you go. It's just random. There's not really anything to take away from this because we're honestly just kind of randomized latent space by doing this kind of stuff where we're asking for a character reference of something that isn't even a character, you know. But now that we have these girls here, let me just check their hips here. uh, Pretty decent on that one. A little bit better on that. It's the foot that's really wrong actually on all these. So let's go ahead and re-paint that so that the anatomy is better. Let's get all the way down to the foot here. Okay. And select that. Um, it's quite often when folks are in painting stuff, they don't think about the shadows, especially. And the shadows are really important because they dictate the casting of like light and or like sorry, they are the product of the cast of light. So like it's gonna try to reason or give a reason why those shadows exist there. Without like breaking it with chaos codes and stuff like that, chaos parameters. um it and because it tries to justify that stuff, if you leave it in there, it'll just limit your results. So to broaden the results, just make sure you have it encapsulated. Oops, let's go open up here, get rid of all these. Now I'm just going to zoom in here real quick. Oh, the first one's perfect, second one's okay, fourth one's good. Okay, so now it's just a choice between the fourth. She has her hand in her pocket, her pants pocket in this one. Well, that one's in her jacket pocket. No tail versus tail. I'm going to keep the one with the tail. Let's just do that. Okay. And since these girls look really similar to each other, I don't really think I need to remove them or anything like that. Or like remove one of them in order to use them as a CREF here. So I'm just going to copy this. And we can do a custom zoom and then apply a CREF, and then now paste the new image of them in there. I'm going to do the comic panel method really quick, where I do set the zoom to 1. We will set the aspect ratio to something really tall, like 2.5. And then comic panels. And since they're like on a beach, let's just have them walking down the beach. Comic panels depicting 2 girls walking on the beach. And that should work. Let's see what it do. And if it doesn't give us comic panels, we just drop the stylization or to stylize until it does. And then we can always in-paint higher styles into those comic panels afterward. Um, it really does help having the expectations for that initial image, the result that the one that you're aiming for, to have that expectation that you're going to be re-rolling, that you're going to be changing things around just to kind of uh at least walk into this kind of stuff without going like, oh, why is it not giving me what I want? um it's I guess when you find out where the limits are, it really comes down to either a lacking of parameter, like understanding around parameters, or it comes down to just simply the thing you were trying to create doesn't really physically make sense in a way. And there's absurdism is a relatively hard for AI to kind of do without asking for it, and being very specific that it's an absurd scenario. You know what I mean? Like I have to ask for characters to be in absurd positions to do things that may seem like a webcomic or cartoon character. So we got a nice beach and everything that's all here like what we asked for. We didn't get any comic panels, right? So we're going to do what I said earlier about the stylize. We'll set that to 50 just to get us a nice low number. And that would eventually, probably after a reroll or two, give us something that has borders or panels to it. We might need to write multiple in the front there too, just to get something usable. We'll see. And you can see that in panel 2, it's already doing what I want. It's already splitting it into 3 different images, which is what we want. Let's see how well it's able to interpret this stuff. Okay. Oh wow, it did a great job. Awesome. Sweet. And one of they both have pink jackets, which is what's going to happen with character referencing. They're both going to share the same thing. So we can fix that by in painting one of these to have a blue jacket. So uh, let's first try to expand this out even more, and then see what sort of diversity we get off of that. Custom zoom, and then switch this to 3:2. Zoom to 1. 3:2 is just going to make it kind of like a something close to a 16:9 wide, image. Um, we'll just keep everything else as is, and then dropped uh, certain parts of our prompt depending on the results. Um, if we really want to break it, just even adding a chaos value of 1 will essentially break this entire workflow, but it will force panels. It will make it way easier to say, hey, this is meant to be a grid of comic panels. Um, Oftentimes, as you expand out, especially with the default stylize, you're you're gonna see these nice, beautiful wide angle shots, and for most people that's what they want, you know what I mean? But I want to break these images. I want to break them up into cubes, into blocks, into meta compatible multiple imagery, and get some bang for our buck out of our prompts here. um yeah, we'll see how this kind of comes out here, but I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm definitely I'm definitely in a position of uh my all my family's in California, and I'm not I'm not in California by choice. I really I love my family a lot. I don't have any issues with them or anything like that. It's just I really like living in a quiet place, and California is just not quiet. It just isn't. Like even when I go out into the boonies in California, I always feel like I'm surrounded by so many people, and it makes me tired. So like I just want it to be less tired. So I moved away. I really do enjoy not living in California. Um, but let's see what results we get off of leaving the character reference in there, and then doing this kind of double zoom thing. Um, we're actually getting some really good reliability between the 2 jackets. So we got the trans cat. I'm gonna call them the egg girls. Okay. Um, had a chocolate egg hidden in my slippers this morning, so it's a good day. I hope you. When I hear that, I'm imagining stepping into the shoe without knowing that there's an egg there. That's what I would end up doing. Um, Look at this. It did a great job at this. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit, make sure our work's clean. Okay. So, a little bit of some wonky face, a little bit on this one here, but we definitely got some nice walking and movement here. Yeah, I like these. Send to a browser source link. Awesome. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll get you loaded up here in just a sec, Rhapsody. Um, okay, yeah, I am liking these though. So let's go ahead and mess around with this a little bit. But let's get Rhapsody in here first. Whoop. And new link. And now I just gotta find Rhapsody. That's right. I called her Parappa Rhapsody in here. Get the URL. There she is. Okay. And it's a little low res for now. Let's get the voice channel open for this here. Whoop. Hi Rhapsody.
Hello.
How you doing?
What's I'm doing
Yeah,
great. Had some
yeah,
family time on Easter, like 2 days ago.
nice. Nice. I'm happy to hear. When it comes to like I've mostly just been chatting remotely and whatnot. I haven't really seen them in a while, so I will be seeing them in June though. That'll be fun.
Nice.
Let's you know what we should do? We should make you a desk. I think that's something that we because like we're being real buddy here, real buddy.
Okay. Yeah.
So let me okay, yeah, so you actually have
Let's do
legs.
this.
I see the thing is I don't have legs. Uh I really don't have legs. So
Yeah, I have everything.
yeah, I'll keep you standing over there actually. I'm glad you got everything. You put the real work into it. Let's flip you around though. Your properties? Nope, filters. Edit filters. No, that's the green screen. That's right. Okay, let's flip you around. Transform. Flip horizontally. There we go. Hey. All right, now you're just standing there. Cool.
Nice.
Um, yeah. So, I've been making these trans cat girls here. Which it's
Mm-hmm.
I didn't plan on making trans cat girls, but it's doing it, so we're doing it. Um,
Happening.
it's happening. But I want to make sure that that other jacket is blue as well. So I'm just going to quickly do a screenshot here of the blue jacket girl here, and then use that as a quick character reference. Um, oops, I'll make sure the head's in there too. Okay, copy that and paste. There you go. We got the link. And now I'm just going to inpaint generally on the one that I think should be it, which is probably the girl in the back to make it a little easier. Okay. Something like that. I'll just select that and then paste the new link inside the character reference. And we'll see how that looks. Oh, due to image filters. No. All right, that's fine. That's easy to fix. So most likely it's the thighs. Maybe a little bit of the belly that's showing up here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna select the other one of her. We could use like sensor bars and everything like that, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna make sure that I cut a little bit, a little bit at the hip there. Um, and I'll post this inside of the giant trans flag. Okay, let's go ahead and get that new link in there.
I wanted to try something.
Yeah, do it.
I'm using the flag as a CREF.
Ooh, this one didn't get canceled by image filters, so that's good. Yeah, don't get canceled.
No, no, no.
uh,
You don't want that.
yeah, I'm curious what that does. It probably just applies a color palette, right? But I'm
Maybe.
curious if we get like kind of like a Poland flag kind of thing where it's like it becomes a character of sorts. Poland ball, I mean. Oh no, this is great. Actually, I'm watching Rhapsody's generating right now. It's all cat girls by default. It's cat girls.
No, I wrote that in the
Oh,
prompt.
you wrote that. Okay, cat girls at the beach. Got it. Okay, yes, but there you go. I'm curious if I hit reroll on here and then I just do happy, right?
Hmm.
We'll just see what we get off of that. Um, see if my blue jacket loads up here too. I like this one a lot though. With floating in the air here. That's
Yeah, it's
pretty cute.
interesting.
Yeah, a beach episode.
There has to be one.
There always has to be one.
Do we now need to make a beach scene?
Yeah, well,
Put your halfway into the water.
right, exactly. I need to get like Victor and all the others. Okay, so this is just with Happy and using the trans flag as the that's actually awesome. I really like these. It it's not that accurate to the actual flag pattern, right? Because the flag pattern is uh blue to pink to white to pink to blue,
Mm,
right? So there, when it comes to patterns like that, I feel like we have to be a little more aware of like we could love the image, but if the pattern's wrong, the pattern's wrong. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like if it's just three colors, it's fine. But if it's like meant, like for example, the fourth image here, that one I would probably avoid or at least swap colors around. Um,
Yeah.
but otherwise, let's see here. I do like the one with them running to the water as well that you made. Um, but it seems like the in paint that I'm doing is kind of locked up, so I'm gonna re-roll that one again. Oh, oh, I like this one though. It's the color pattern's off on it, but I really like I really like this effect though. That's super cool. Like if I just shift some color here, I can fix that.
It's
What's
almost
that?
half tone. Like,
Yeah, it is. It is almost half tone. Like with the little dots that invade the others. Yeah, they're almost like circuitry too.
mm,
Fran's gonna be happy with this whole stream. I know that.
okay.
Yeah, she's obviously a big advocate for trans rights and stuff, so she's gonna
Yeah,
she's gonna enjoy this.
that's great. I just all the time hope that it's at some point getting so normal that people don't have to talk about it anymore. So,
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I would hope so too, but I think that it's gonna be quite a while for that. There's still plenty of rough spots for folks. Um,
Yeah.
look at that. It's the trans blobs.
It's almost like Pokemon.
Right. Uh, collect them all, I guess. Collect all the genders. Do it. Um, okay. So with subtle and with strong, um, I'm just gonna go with the creative. I think. Uh, yeah, they're like almost identical. Let's just go with the creative. Copy, and then make a new canvas inside of Photoshop here, and then we will hop back over to the tablet. Okay.
Hmm.
So I'm just gonna make quick adjustments to the colors here, just a little bit. Um, let's see. So we need this center one to be um this top one needs to be pink actually. That will fix significantly more of this. So let's go ahead and color pick this one. And then I'm just gonna do this in a really lazy way with a high tolerance, and selecting every one of these that probably should have the correct colors on it. Boom. And boom. And then just make a new layer and paste that over. You could see that what this does is it creates this like blue halo around it, which is not ideal. Um, that's something that if you zoom in at all, you're going to see it. But if you just kept it zoom out, not a big deal, but it's way better in this case, just because like that irks me to do that. It's way better for us to make a new layer here, get rid of this selection here. We'll just copy it so that we have it for now. But we are going to create a swatch for the pink here. Okay. And then with this selection made, where we have all this here, we want to make sure that our selection includes all this kind of bleed, this sort of blur that's here. So I'll go to select, modify, expand, and we can count the number of pixels. If we zoom in close enough, it looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do 5 just to be safe. Expand. Oop, 5. Boom. And you can see it's excessive, but it's going to capture every potential little fade that's in there. And now I am going to come back to the main canvas here. Image adjustments, replace color, find the blue, and then I just shift this around until that swatch disappears. Let's go ahead and get this pink. This is actually where having a well-calibrated monitor comes in handy. You'll be able to tell the differences between these fine, but when it comes to a higher quality monitor, you'll be able to see the more subtle differences, not between your swatch and your colors necessarily, but like your your swatch as well. It's easier to tell differences even when it's inaccurate. But
yeah, it's not even with a high quality monitor. Just if somebody watches it with a different monitor that's calibrated differently, then they will already see it.
Right. I would agree. I did miss a little corner here, so let me go ahead and just repeat that really quick because that bothers me. That should be fine. Doesn't need to be that accurate for that little bit that's there. Okay, there you go. All right, love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm not gonna worry about the bottom half of it yet. I could zoom out of the original prompt and be able to get like the top of her head and stuff like that. But I think this is cute. I think that's way better to do is just to have a little make sure the representation is accurate enough. And yeah, I think this is really cute. I like this. We could see what Photoshop does though. So we can come into here. You could see that it tells me how many pixels I'm expanding on. With Photoshop generates, I think it's still 1,000 by 1,000 sample size. So we need to come in here and make sure that's below that value. And that way we don't lose any quality. But I've learned by doing this that if you leave your image incomplete and you try to like generate stuff like this, you're going to end up in a place where your image is not really fully understood. And it yeah, I tend to actually do the entire voided area and then I will in paint by 1,000 pixel area to see what really works for that. The first result's pretty decent. Probably makes sense to throw a little bit of uh sex positive stuff in the background here. That's what that shape is starting to remind me of anyway. So I'm just gonna do this here. Let's do another chunk like this. Boom. And
way,
then, yeah,
could you send me the ears?
yeah, I can send you the ears. Sure. Uh,
Oh, I'm
let me do
behind
that.
you.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're right here. Let's see here. Boop. And there you are. There's a truck blaring its horn outside. Hold on, my file explorer is deciding to load up very slowly right now.
Chakun is searching.
Yes, Truckcoon is searching. It's coming for all of us. Here's the rabbit ears. It's on its way.
Nice.
Okay. Check these ones out here. Ooh, I like the swirl, even though it doesn't make sense with the rest of the art style here. We need more here. Vector. That should get us line art that looks similar to whatever this is. There's like the wrong colors and other like our intention is completely lost when we're doing the Photoshop stuff, like trying to go from Photoshop to or sorry, from Midjourney to Photoshop. That's what I meant to say. But I do like some of the results that we get off of blending the two. It's just kind of better to stick all within the brain of Midjourney. Honestly, I'm just doing this because I really want the top of her head there for the what
Yep.
work we already put into it, right? So Jen, fill that. There you go. You got the ears now. It's 36 megs of bunny ears.
Yeah. Supply these.
I spooked an artist pretty good a while back because I was like, I usually stop working on a project when I get your project files about to exceed 2 GB. And they were just like, what? How does one comic exceed 2 GB? And I'm like, you have not messed with generative AI stuff at all, have you? Like there is an insane amount of data that gets baked inside of these results, right? Like every one of these generated images of from Photoshop here is like a nested saved thing. So like I'll generate this here, but every time it gives me 3 results, and all 3 of those results are saved inside the canvas here, and that I can just go back to at any time. So like what the images people see for my comics are not the full image, like not at all. Like there's so much more informational data that's in them than what will ever be public. Um, but yeah, it is quite jarring, the file sizes that you get,
Yeah,
doing
that's
this
why I
stuff.
usually delete all unneeded ones immediately.
Yeah, I'm worried about doing that because it's just like my temp data. Like I know that temp data stuff is like I I have lost some real project progress on projects before by deleting temp data. And even if it's all generative, like organized it separately from the rest of the temp data, like it would be with the smart objects, it just spooks me. It just it I don't like it. So I'll kind of stomach it for a little bit. Um, Okay, so what I'm mostly looking at here is I want to get rid of stuff that doesn't make sense for the flag here at all, right? So anything that's this kind of like black shape, like black coloring, sorry, not black, this kind of etchy white stuff on the black, I want to get rid of that, because it's not represented anywhere else in here. So to do that, I am just going to make sure that my selections are generally good for this. Make sure that everything that is intentional is left in there. That. Let's even include these little doodads here. This doodad. This is going to be a lot of doodads. I'll click this a couple times to kind of expand the marquee a little bit. Okay. I love hearing Rhapsody's like intense typing.
Oh, I'm
Just
sorry.
no. It's great. It's great. It just means I know that there's something going down.
Oh yeah,
Um.
it's like my normal typing speed. It's sometimes pretty insane.
Yeah, dude. What is your do you know what your typing speed is like? the average of it? Because I completely forgot now. I used to
Uh,
know.
I don't know too.
I guarantee you I'm worse than you. I've especially since getting the tablet stuff. I have not cared about my typing speed at all. I used to write emails all the time, so that's when it was
Mm.
important, but not anymore. Okay.
How do I do this?
Then I'm just gonna fill in black as a layer on top. And there you go. That's a lot cleaner. Let's go ahead and make this ah wow, I dropped my pen. Okay, got it. Caught it. I caught it. I caught it. I have a PSD from ages ago of a map that's over 4 gigs because I scaled it to 1 pixel a mile. Wow. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm just gonna draw a little bit here. Don't question the shape. It is important. Let's just leave it like this. There you go. I'm leaving it at that. Let's see here. And don't like that this is like a slightly darker pink that's here. So let's get rid of that. Okay. I think that's all the changes I'm going to make to this, and then I'll post it. Okay. And let's put a little bit of text up here because I think that's what's missing. It is breaking the flag a little bit with the how big the pink is up here. So maybe we can put some text there to compensate for that. Okay. The full official name of the day is International Transgender Day of Visibility. So I'm going to copy that into there. International. Definitely not just America.
Okay.
There you go.
Save this here.
You're going to try to throw all those bunny ears?
Oh yeah.
Awesome. And I will switch this to the blue.
Oh,
And
I'm
then
hoping I don't destroy anything right now.
break it all. Break everything. And I have to change this font because it's way too aggressive. Yeah, that's less aggressive. Black metal font. Yeah, that's so much less aggressive. Completely illegible. Black metal font. Kind of like console. I have a short list of fonts that I use. Bring this international down.
Yeah, this works.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Okay, hold on. Let me swap you. Let's get over to there. Hold on. Wait, fantasy set. There. Wait, where did you go? Ah, hold on. Oh no, you disappeared.
But
There you
why?
are. No, there you are. It just lagged out there for a second. I don't know. You're here. It's just really pixelated. Let's let it load in for a
Yeah.
second. It's slowly coming
Fine
back.
dangle.
Yeah, look, they dangle. They jiggle and jangle. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that's awesome. Yay. Oh, that's too funny. I really do need to learn how to properly, but that's awesome. So did you just split that into two different shapes and then set the bones where they belong?
No, I just made them animated individually. Set a origin point inside of the character that already existed, and then you just place a dangle node, and that's it.
Okay, okay. Neat. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah. Um, I should hire you to make me a proper character VTuber character. It looks like you're what is it like almost like an arachnid like with the way that it like I'm reminded of what's the movie where all the humans go to go kill the bugs up in space
Um, um,
Starship Troopers. Starship
yes.
Troopers. Yeah,
Would you
when
like
you were
to know
rock
more?
when you were rocking your head like that, it reminded me of some of like the anteater looking guys. Yeah, there you
Yeah, I added the ability for me to nod recently. So,
go. Okay, that's hilarious. That's awesome.
but in
Um,
person, I have to nod by moving my head sideways. So it's still
I know,
like
right?
something I
It's
have to
still it's
remap.
still a little odd. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I in order for me to kind of look like I'm like leaning over to like check these papers, right? I have to like lean my head to the left really hard, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty one to one to what it looks like on here, but it is odd. I'm not used to being a little puppet actor, I guess. It is fun. They do look like socks I drew for you. I admitted that earlier. I was like, look, Fran actually sent me some gender fluid stockings a couple weeks ago. They're like thigh high stockings. I love wearing them. They're so much fun. And the these socks are kind of or these sock bunny ears are kind of reminding me of that. That's great. Um,
It's like we didn't prepare properly and quickly dressed up with something.
right. That's great. Okay,
Oh, no, no,
so
it's also great to see you.
it is great to see you. I troll for you, absolutely. And here, I really do like everything you're contributing to Phantasma, man. You've been knocking it out of the park with that stuff. I've been trying to react to everything that I'm like, ooh, ooh, but it is tough to keep up with everybody. So it's a good sign that it's already tough.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
Um,
already really tough.
yeah, but it is
Recently,
something,
somebody just, I think it was yesterday, when they grabbed the cuddle monster and did something with it. So I was so surprised because it's basically just the testing thing we did,
right, right, and
but it's
people love
in
it
there.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is so fun. So like you can check it out here actually. If we come up to the Chaos Portal here, you could see this is the Cuddle Monster entry. And I troll for you, and their character interacting with Cuddle Monster is just too damn cute. I really do love seeing this
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
stuff. Um, and if you click on the
Especially the
links,
last one.
right, it's so cute. And just imagining all the different kind of places we're going to end up being able to go uh with these prompts is just so much fun. I love all this. Great job. um I'm going to post this trans awareness thing. I think what I want to do is I want to swap the texture on international to white. Ah, and then actually, trans visibility day being white is actually quite pretty. I do like that. So that makes it harder to see that. um at least in color, I just like the white being next to the word visible, like that's really what it comes down to. So let's go ahead and make this black and then international blue. Yeah, it's still harder to read. I'm gonna make this white. Maybe black on the international will be better. Sorry, I get really, really obnoxious when it comes to like picking text colors and fonts and things like that. So I apologize ahead of time.
Oh, good.
I
It's important.
just really want to see all of our options here. Kind of funny to make it hard to read visibility. So I'm gonna switch that back to white. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna bring this up a little bit, and I'll switch this to the blue, just the dark blue. There's a little bit of a darker blue in the eyes. Yeah, I'll go for that. That way, the brighter it's too close in saturation to the uh what is it, to the pinks. So I'm just gonna keep it like this. Do you like this, Rhapsody?
Yeah.
I think it does a good enough job for what I want to do today. So I'll go ahead and export this. Uh, let's I like how I have ATC's cat just first thing on the front of Victor. I've saved it in the wrong folder, and I love her cat, so I'll I definitely, I'm gonna ask her permission, but I would love to be able to prompt with her cat and see if I can get that face to show up. Maybe one day. Let's see, transgender day. I'll save this in my desktop. Have you ever used Cool Text website to create stylistic fonts? It's free. No, I haven't. I haven't messed with I don't really mess with a lot of font websites, honestly. The typographic websites and stuff. I really just more try to find something that's themed similar to what I'm doing, right? So I'll go to like DeFonts or one of the other free websites and use that. But let's go ahead and I'll pop back over to the fantasy stage here. And what I'm gonna do is go to Instagram, make sure I show my representation today. And I am going to need some tags on this because I'm that's the thing I'm really bad at. I don't use Instagram correctly. I don't put all the stupid tags over everything. So let's go ahead and submit this. And I'm going to say the trans. I don't know if there's a hashtag for today or whatever. Probably there is, but visibility, representation. No, that's no one writes representation.
I'm back. Somebody knocked my door because I have friends here.
Ooh. Well, if you need to go, feel free. I mean, you got friends.
No.
You're lucky. You're lucky. You got friends.
It's just like I have vacation. I have some people coming over, but they were playing something, and I just got here.
Okay.
I just noticed my shadow that I just added to my feet is green because it's changing the green screen. So that's
oh yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, let's put that away then.
And
I love how much performance I got out of this model now.
You got so much out of it. It's so good. I'm really loving your model. Actually, I'm quite jelly of it.
Thank you.
It is good.
It was my first one.
Wow. All right, so that's now posted. Giving a little bit of that rep here. And there we go. The I should actually play this. This is the collab that we did. Not collab. It is just the magma canvas that we shared together. This had like the most interesting results out of it because I have a much longer version of this video, but This one is the one where we had the most, at least the funniest reaction to it. So I'll just play this now, and it's gonna give me a second to grab a drink. So I'll be right back. Shoe, isn't it, Fran? Wait, I need to full screen this properly. It's not letting me full screen.
Yeah.
What? No. Shut up. Where is it? Where does it not let me do that in Instagram? No. Okay, I'll just grab
Nope.
the actual YouTube video. That's stupid. That's stupid. That's stupid. I really hate Instagram. Everything Instagram does pisses me off. Seriously. Even the freaking like guy who runs Instagram is a jackass. Like I just he's not as bad as Elon Musk at all, but man, these tech bros, they just don't know how to freaking like talk to other people.
That is true.
All right, let's go ahead and grab nope, not from my personal subscriptions. I gotta get to Victor Gnarly here. And there it is. Oops, full screen will not work here. Can I do the pop out thing? Or am I already popped out? Oh yeah, I'm already popped out. Oh no. That's fine. Go ahead and drop this then. What is going on? It says Legal Beagle walking into the room. And I'm gonna describe this gator as screaming gator gnome hat. Oh my god. Look what it did. It saw the gnome hat and made it anime girls. Okay. But now what we're gonna do is we're doing a description of it. Screaming gator gnome hat. And it's amazing. I'm gonna up-res that one. There you go.
Thank you.
That's what you get.
Those were a great idea because I feared that I would mess up the eyes. But in the end, everything worked. And now I got sunglasses.
I love that I'm zoomed in on just the toes.
I wonder if I can move
Oh,
over to
look at
Victor's
this.
chair.
Got some fun ones out of that.
Try that.
You're gonna be cut off just a little bit, so I'll move you. Because if you try to move, you're not taking up the full screen on here.
Also seeing them as like eggs. It seems like it's
Oh, look at you gonna try. I'll put you in the center, and then I gotta scale you up a little bit.
Oh, I can scale.
Oh no, it's just you'll get cut off because it's yeah. There you go.
Wow, we
Now
are
you can
doing
move
this.
freely through the full screen.
Just do it with a
Woo!
push of a button.
Yeah, I know, right? We could just push a button and boom. we
This
could generate
is
whatever.
amazing.
Oh, why are we doing it? None of us like drawing at all. We hate drawing. We all hate drawing. Put
Wait,
this
let's
sketch
do
in here.
this.
Then set that
And
sketch to
let's do
10. Victor. I'll do an SREF of Victor. Him. I'm just gonna say
It's
him.
not enough.
SREF. Victor. EG6.
Also not enough.
I love watching the hair just bounce around like crazy.
Oh yeah.
Is that a Diglett in a? Okay, is that Dilbert as Diglett? Is yes it is. Yes. Oh, that's too funny. I'm so glad I got to call that out.
So-
I love how I can see the screen through your glasses because the green screen bleeds a
Dilgit.
little bit into the glasses
precious
reflection.
Dilgit.
So that's hilarious.
Hello, everybody.
It's gonna be
Welcome to the
do an
stream.
image blend, right? To make image combine Diglett.
I hope
This is
you're all
great.
having a
Dilbert.
fun
See
day
what-
today.
There's a chance that
Oh, that's great. We just need like oh god, oh god. Giant Rhapsody. Oh, okay. This is
I'm gonna
great.
scare myself down.
When you look down, this zoomed in, it's like almost it does a little bit of a maniacal element to it. To be honest, it's kind of, Ah. Yeah, this is what we're doing on Easter is we're just screwing around with our VTubers. It's fine with me. But yeah, I'm gonna keep you full screened here so that you can control yourself anywhere on the screen that you want. That's fine.
Good.
I would love to be able to get more folks from the server doing this too. You know what I mean? Like where we're all
Oh yeah.
hopping in. It's just pure chaos. But like we have to have at least oh look, it's Tiny Rhapsody. Pocket Rhapsody. I would love to be able to get a bunch of folks in here at once and then we play a game together. You know what I mean? That would be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what game we should all play, but I play a lot of card games. I have to. I've been told to start playing Slay the Spire. I checked it out a little bit. Looks fun. I'll have to learn it because it's obviously very cool. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. And
Yeah.
it's really all just about getting like outside of the actual program, which is a whole kit caboodle. I'm not going to get into all that, but when it comes to Streamlabs, it's just a matter of a link once you have it all ready. So it's I get a browser link, you send that to me, and then we could just incorporate all the characters. And so whenever someone comes live, that link just comes live. So it's like there really shouldn't be too much chaos if somebody can't join or whatever, because then they just don't show up on the stream. And if anyone does anything lewd or weird or whatever, then I'll just mute them and they won't ever come back. You look like a little bug. You look like a little bug. Oh, that's cute.
It's so tiny.
It looks like you're about to like dive backwards into into the abyss, like that's funny. Free falling. What is that? That Batman song. I need to actually get it. I have been meaning to do it for Fridays for a while. Yeah, AC, we really need you there. I would love to see you, Kinky, and we could just get the whole gang there. That would be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Um, oh shoot, maybe even David should get one. That would be really funny. I want to see what David's VTuber is like.
Some techno mage cat girl.
His OC on Twitter. They will just do that. We'll make it a little PNG tuber that bounces around. That's actually come up, yeah, during the office hours. Yeah, we really do need to make the anime dream real and bring everyone to life with this. That'd be really fun, especially if we do it all with generated characters. It would be just super appropriate, I think.
Oh yeah.
So
The
when it comes
Michi
to
server would love it.
oh yeah, but it'll be all about it. I'm curious, like how much of your character is generated versus drawn.
So I can actually post the original image.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Wait a second. Where is it? Must be in the archive, must be liked.
It's interesting. I have gained followers since a month ago, but it doesn't show up anymore on my mini feed inside of Streamlabs. So I have to look into what's wrong with that. So there's more things that are broken that I need to fix.
Do you mean all the cat alerts? Like
yeah,
this
well,
one?
like the mini feed. Yeah, exactly. Like those that I have it. I've definitely gained followers since a month ago, but it doesn't show up in my my Streamlabs feed at all. So.
Interesting. So where did I? Oh, that's why I don't find it, because I was in landscape mode. Where
But
is the
thank you guys
origin?
all so much for joining. While Rhapsody finds that picture, I just want to
Here.
let you guys know that I really do appreciate it. You guys joining here today.
Just where do I put it?
Wherever you want.
Let's just put it in, I don't know, stream content.
I see also that
So that was the original image.
let's check it out. Okay. So we'll just do a little comparison, and we have a side by side right here, quite literally. So I could see that outside of just like more contrast that was like more saturation that was applied. I can tell because the red and the darker colors are bolder. Let's see here. There's so you compartmentalized a lot of this to get it to work. Like you
Oh
probably
yes.
had to remove all the hair individually and then get a clean version of the shirt and
I
the
painted
yeah.
the shirt is completely manually painted. So I just took the basic design of it and then I redid it manually. Most of the hair is the same thing. And like I had to separate it, I think, into 40 or 50 layers and then
Jeez.
expand every single individual part of that so everything can move and move in parallax against each other. So I expanded also a lot, and there's a lot of areas underneath that that I painted manually.
That's awesome. And I can see the a little bit with the like the pocket on the shoulder is missing, which is good because it's a little bit of an odd break on the line work. So like yeah, you could clearly tell that you put a ton of work into this model, even if it is the base model is generated. It's
But yeah,
awesome.
it took me 2 weeks, almost every day, to
Wow.
complete this.
It's
Um,
impressive.
yeah, I mean, I was probably also very slow because it was my first model, and I first had to wrap my head around what needs to be split up, and in what like order of things I need to sort these,
Hmm.
so that everything is like on the right animation layer in the end. So when I
Right.
shake my head, my hair doesn't suddenly fling out of the shirt or something.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And it
Yeah.
takes a lot of testing to
Yeah.
like make sure all that stuff is clean. The one of the people that are working on the Phantasma project is a big VTube modeler. Like
Hmm.
they were all about that stuff years ago, and it really drains on you when you have to make changes and edits and things, and
Oh
then
yeah.
also like react very quickly to other people's demands to adjust to that. Yeah, it's not exactly a fun job to have. But it's oh wait, really quickly, Mystery Manic, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you coming by and hanging out with us today. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Um, doing the trans rep stuff today. Um,
Mhm. I found
but
it.
the Go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No.
Okay.
I'm the filler rambler. You go ahead.
I found it very satisfying to do this. Like, it was so amazing to have a base image and then expand upon and like relearn. Like, I usually never draw in this art style, and to just relearn everything, how to do the lines correctly, how to do the coloring, and just step by step expand on things. And also um, I didn't need to be very exact in most places.
Hmm.
So there's also a little bit of margin of error. That altogether made a lot of fun.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, it really does. As soon as you get past the kind of like learning curve of Photoshop stuff, like which I know you're very familiar with graphic programs and stuff like that, but when it comes to like at least for a lot of the novice users that might be watching, I would heavily recommend just get it, understanding a basic masking tutorial and understand like how to do um uh essentially like non-permanent changes to your model so that you can always go back and make edits and incorporate that stuff later. um It's outside of that, it's a lot of trial and error, and it takes a lot of time to do. I just don't think people get paid enough when they get when people go, oh, it cost me over $1,000 to make to buy a VTuber model. I'm like, you got to steal. Like that's cheap for what
Yeah,
2 weeks of work. Like Jesus, like that's a lot of work.
definitely. And it's a lot of, it's not only a lot of artistic work per se, so just like quote unquote just drawing. It's
Hmm.
also a lot of thinking like in a programmatic and logical way. And like this model here is very basic. It's extremely basic. It's just for Adobe Character Animator, which does a lot of the heavy lifting pretty much automatically. But
Hmm.
when it comes to models for Live 2D, where you have to basically rig and animate every single little shadow and have 1,000
Yeah.
controls and stuff, and then you have the base model and you need to deform it into different states and so on, then it becomes like 10 to 100-fold more complicated. And if you have somebody who does all of that for you and they just want $1,000, that's basic, it's nothing.
Yeah, it really is for the workload that's involved and for the use case of what you can use it for afterward. Like the value you get out of a VTuber model is huge. Like it's just it's a way to engage with people that makes sense. Because you're going to be able to like at least doing what I'm doing. Like I really do enjoy not having to worry about putting on a clean face when I start streaming. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
another thing I don't have to worry about at the start of whenever I'm doing something public.
Yeah.
I also have very bad eye line naturally. Like I don't really speak eye to eye to people very easily. And when at least when I was doing Zoom calls over COVID, people would have trouble connecting with me because they would be like, can you look at the screen please when we're talking?" Like anything like that is the VTuber models will take out any of those kind of issues.
Yeah.
um Halulu says, yeah, the value is deep. You can create content or stream without showing your face if that's what you want. Right, exactly. And it's important for me too. I just don't really like the idea of Victor and my real life kind of mixing together. I think a lot of people there's a lot of frustrated people around AI stuff, and I just don't want people lashing out at a real life version of me. So even the it is really funny because Kinky reached out to me. She's like, hey, just letting you know that there's a picture of your face on your Twitter. And I'm like, oh no, that's not my face. That's a generated image that I attributed to Victor a long time ago. That was a version 3 image that I got. And she has seen what I actually look like, but she's one of the few. So she saw a very old video of me doing a Reddit AMA. And that was when I went, oh, okay, I gotta get rid of that video. So I do appreciate Kiki for doing that. Let's see here. Do you have any other notes on your VTuber model?
I'm about to send you the high definition PSD file
Ooh,
if you
ooh.
explore it. So, um, then we
I have
can
that
maybe
too.
talk about it.
Yeah, I want to explore it. I would love to explore the actual PSD file. I know you do,
Yeah.
Ancient. I won't get into it anymore either. Let's open up this
S-
PSD file
Send
here.
this. Just packed it into a zip because it's too big for Discord otherwise.
How much does Zip actually compress PSD files?
That was from 200 megabytes down to 50 now.
All right, pretty decent then.
Yeah.
All right, let's open the sucker up. Dangerous files. Yes, please download this dangerous file. It's dangerous. Dean Rio. All right.
I hope there is
And
no real life reference of me inside it, but it shouldn't.
I'll double check it before.
No,
Uh,
it should be okay. Don't worry.
okay,
And
okay.
if there is, then it's nothing Nothing bad. People know how I look anyways if they look like at my Discord profile. So
Yeah, it's not a big deal, I guess, but it's
yeah,
still something I'm very conscious of, though,
yeah.
especially when people
Oh,
people make aware of it and stuff.
and it's German, of course. Mostly German. So
Hmm. Well,
like,
let me mute myself here so that it's a little more obvious here. And you're not in the back anymore because I moved you around a little bit. Let's get you back to the center here. There you go. There you are. You're just gonna stand on the desk here. Uh, let's see here. All right, so we have the hair top front, and just to
yeah.
mute that. Okay, yeah, there's that layer. And I'm just gonna start muting layers just to
Oh
see
yeah,
what each
do
thing
that.
is. OHR 0 hour ear
Hmm?
lines. Ear.
No,
Okay.
no, that's ear. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Feather front. Okay. Neat. Yeah, no, there's a lot of layers here. Like
Hmm.
you without glasses is it's cute, but it's also like I don't recognize you almost instantly as soon as you don't
Yeah.
have the glasses. You know what I mean? Like
There's something missing.
because the nose is missing. Yeah. So like it's inside of your glasses here. So
Yeah.
it's funny because you do look a lot like Sage as soon as I take away the because I usually remove noses whenever I'm doing like a static or plain face, like kind of like a not plain, that's not the right word. Like whenever a character is dumbfounded or otherwise kind of like reaction, I usually just draw a straight line for the nose.
Hmm.
Um, and I know that that's really jarring for people when they see that in my comics and stuff. But I have a certain like fascination with a like kind of like a Play-Doh-y face where like I stretch faces much more dynamically than people because I'm literally I don't care about trademarks, so I don't care if you recognize my character when they do certain expressions. I would rather the expression be funnier than recognizable, which I know is
Yeah.
kind of counterintuitive to a lot of web comic stuff, but he disappear. So when it comes to the what is it, this face laughing here, is this what is inside of this folder here? Eyes closed, blush. So are these get activated by your behavior?
Yes. So it's basically just the eyes closed blush thing that basically replaces the whole eye part.
Got it.
And yeah, that's activating when I'm smiling or when I'm having my eyes closed. So
Nice. Very cool.
and
Inform.
on blink, of course.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Well, this is great. I
Yeah,
mean, it's enormous.
yeah,
Like I'll keep scrolling
yeah,
through here, but it's definitely
yeah.
enormous. Thank you
I
so
mean,
much for sending it.
you can alt click any layer to just isolate it, like the eye on the layer panel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually end up like hovering over things to find the blue boxes surrounding it since
Mm.
the Photoshop beta. But yeah, it's so yeah, if you really want to go with Sage here, you just you just mute the eyes, right? You bring this down to like here, somewhere around 50%. And then uh get rid of the nose. Um let's do 50% here. I'm not gonna save it, Rhapsody. I'm just messing with it, but
All good. That's your
um
version of it.
that is true. That is true. But you just mute these suckers here. And Sage has a little less curvature to like her what is it, to her eye line here. So
Hmm.
it would probably be something where I would have to tweak a couple things to get it even closer to her. But no, this is super cute. I really like seeing that. Thank you so much for sending the file. It also gets me an idea of expectation of just how much work I have ahead of me to make my character look like that. Um, so glad to have caught a stream. Oh, hey, thank you so much for joining. That's the 880. I actually need to ask you how to properly pronounce your first name.
Yeah,
But
welcome.
this is yeah. Look at woohoo! Yeah, we're here. It's fun to catch everybody. ADC. Okay. ADC. Got it. ADC. It is so great to have more comic artists popping by the stream here. It's so cool. We were doing some transgender day of visibility stuff and just messing around with it. But as for the rest of the stream here, I didn't really have too much of a plan. So I'm down to do whatever you guys want to mess with here. I do want to note that for my comic that I'll be posting tomorrow, I won't spoil anything. I'm not gonna share my comic early or anything like that. But I do want to show something that I discovered, which is character referencing works quite well with something I wasn't really expecting it to work like at all. So let me see if I can quickly grab that here without spoiling anything. Private.
Show us the good stuff.
Yeah, the good stuff.
Show us all the secrets.
Here, nope, not that one. That one would definitely spoil things. Let's see.
Let me come closer.
Yeah, do it. He just runs up to the backside of my head and spoilers. Let's see. Is it this one? Nope, that's another version of the comic. Okay. Gotta find the character reference. There we go. This one should be it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So there you are. So what I'm gonna do is pop over to the fantasy stage really quick, and some of you all will recognize the dead horse from the Bayrate comic. What I found out was that the dead horse prompts just fine with Midjourney, at least for the most part. It'll usually make it like kind of like it'll kind of make it a living horse, like native. Like it really doesn't want to put a dead horse on the ground, which makes sense. But if I now go to the Black Lodge here, I'll just show you guys what I was messing with here. So go to Imager, CRF, and then we can essentially make like let's just do a business meeting, and then I am going to set this to we'll leave it on V6. We won't even worry about Niji just yet. It's now most likely it's going to be just like kind of like BoJack Horseman, right? Like just horse people hanging out. It won't actually represent our intent at all with the drawing. So if you look at the results, it's just a bunch of like weird, blurry, like horse people. But that's also because we're working with V6. If we do it now with Niji, we are far more likely to get something that is, at least drawn, like at least the aesthetic is drawn. If I then source the Bayrate comic itself, so I'll do that really quick as well. And you can see with the Niji one, it's laying down. It's not anatomically correct at all, but it's it's clearly holding the model shape a lot closer to what I had drawn, which is wonky, absurdist, silly, nonsensical.
Top left is almost like, I don't know, pseudo sexy, but dead.
It's dead sexy. Let's so like we just do, yeah, right. Dead horse at the business meeting. Then we can just do that, and it will probably do something silly. Let's see here. All right, so dead horse at the business meeting. And like the top right one here, I'm just gonna upres that just to show this really quick. It's very often that it'll make the horses just sleeping, right? Like zzz or whatever. but occasionally you'll get a good one that's like just straight up uh not it, I've had some really gruesome results pop up too with this. Dead horse at the cake shop. Okay. That's fun. Let's see. Draw me like one of your French deer hit by a car. Okay. Okay. I could do that. Let's do hold on. Hold on. I could literally just copy the entire comment here. Draw me like a French deer hit by a car. I like this. We'll see what comes up for that. Most likely extremely cursed. Oh god. Yes, it's gonna be cursed. It's also going to see it as a deer now because we wrote it as a deer. Let's see. Okay, there we go. That's the result. Oh wow, it actually put the headlights in there too. It's like your comic. Let's see here. I'll up-res that one really quick. There you go. So that's pretty fun. I'm gonna do a variation subtle on that though, just so we can get some different body shapes on the deer horse thing. But it's did we just isekai the deer? Like it's like the reindeer. Look at this.
Did we isekai a dead horse?
This is so silly. It also made it look like it was pretending to be a real art here. I love how the end of the pen is at the other end of the pen too. It's like got the clicky bit, and then the cap's on the wrong end. Yeah. Not surprised by that one.
It's an impossible pen.
Oh wow. Okay, hold on a second. There's some wonky results we got off of this one. So we got this here. That's pretty cool. In terms, oh wow, there's even the baby on the ground. Wow, this is a lot like the comic. I gotta be honest. Oh wow. We got like looking shifting left and right in a weird leg. Looking over to the side, and then with the little toothy bit here, it reminds me of like a jackalope or something like that. But this one though, this one's pretty spot on when it comes to the intent of it. So like I'll up-res that one. Draw me like one of your French deer hit car. Oh wow. I wonder which part of it is French. Right, exactly. I imagine this is so much more French. just because of the environment. Hit by a car. It says hit by car in text on the bottom underneath the foot. It's very small, but it's there. It says hit by a car.
Oh yeah.
Oh, jeez. I'll upscale these.
Does it have the tongue out?
Does it?
And it's also blind.
Yeah, it's blinded. It's got the tongue. Yeah. So like I noticed that when I wrote these, I would have to write things like eyes xed out. Draw me like one of your French hit by a car. That eyes xed out works. Like this actually works. So I'll hit refresh on this. Because we're working with V6 on this instead of Niji, it also added a little bit of realism to like the proportions of the car and everything like that. It's pretty fun in that regard. But I'm curious what the remixing does here. It looks like it just made it poopy. Yeah, didn't really do a lot there. It like it's at the X's on the eyes. Ooh, it did add the X's here though. Let me go ahead and run this as a variation strong instead, because the variation subtle just kind of made it look bad. And then we'll also run that with Niji just to see what it does. Yeah, it's definitely anatomically kind of all over the place because we are telling that this horse is a deer, and then everything else, it already is kind of wonky on its own. I don't like these poses. They're way too seductive. They're way too seductive for being just a dead horse, dead deer thing. I don't like the top right one. It's making that's uncomfortable. But I do like these upscaled ones though. So that one should be subtle. and this one is strong. So with the strong, the baby child thing is completely missing. There's a little bit of wonkiness with the eyes and things. It's very bug-like, honestly. But if I go back to the subtle here, yeah, I'll send this to you later. You say way too seductive. I say I'm not seductive enough. Yeah. It's we're gonna enter some very uncomfortable places, anatomically all over the place. Ancient chaos. Ah, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, yes, I saw you got rid of that one. I'll have to look at the stream and rewind on that. Okay. All right. So let's try something else here really quick. I'm gonna pull up one of my comics here. And I'll pull up the one with Bayrate here. So because that has the dead horse in it. So we'll hopefully I'll send it to you. Okay, thank you. Okay, so here's the Bayrate comic. Boom. That's the Bayrate comic. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this comic here, copy the image address to it, and then let's see, very seductive on a cake. I'll do let's try to get the Draw Me Like a French Girl X'd out, but we'll do a source reference on this. Style reference, I mean, on this. Keep saying source reference. Okay, style reference. And then I'm gonna add webcomic at the front of it. Webcomic depict no, I won't even write depict, I'll just say webcomic. I don't. No. It's
What
too
did it
silly.
do with my cake? There is no cake.
There is no cake. The cake is a lie. It's always been a lie.
And it now got a hand for some reason.
Okay, so you can see that it keeps putting the car in there, which is really like it's there's no car at this time, but it does put the road at least. Let's do multiple panel comic instead of webcomic, because webcomic it tends to do like the single panels. Multi webcomic depicting a deer asking to be drawn like, there you go. Yeah, I'll make the whole thing a somewhat complete sentence. Drawn like a French deer hit by a car, eyes X'd out. Okay. And then I'm gonna hit the aspect ratio to like 2:3, just so it can kind of encourage more panels. We'll see what that does. Well, this is too silly. The key thing is that we see multiple panels show up in the prompt, because then it's really easy to be like, okay, change this part of the image, and then we just slowly build out a story with that. Okay. Yeah, and yeah, it's it basically
Ooh, I got a banned prompt. Oh no.
Oh no, oh no. But you can see here that when it's split it up like that, we can basically just start zooming out now and be able to generate a very, very bad, absurd comic, honestly. And just see what it does. It's very Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with that big bulbous nose. But I am always fascinated at the results of zooming out comic panels. It's better without the character reference, in my opinion, for most of like the more fascinating things. So I'll also remove that. But
I also always get like the same character 1,000 times if I do that with character reference. So
sometimes you need that, right? If you're just really needing to like hold on a character. But when it comes to just doing it like just to get interesting results, you want to remove the character reference. So like with the character reference, we got this. It's gobbledygook, anatomically nonsensical. It kind of getting up here, which is kind of funny. Look at that. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's trying to stand up
I don't know.
but can't.
I don't know what it like. We're trying to give logic to something that has no logic in terms of the intent of it at all. There is logic to how it's built, but it didn't get shot in the head on the bottom panel there. Like, oh, okay. It's really graphic actually. But if we do this now, without the shoot,
It's in
let
the
me
top
get rid of it.
right.
What is it in the top right?
What does it say?
It says
Whoop,
Virt
whoop,
87, error 87.
or regret.
We made the cutesy version of the comic. That's so funny. The exclamation marks and the yeah. Okay. What the heck? Okay, all right. I'm gonna up first because it's just a cute deer. Okay, but if we now drop the styles on this, and then swap the aspect ratio, we'll get even more interesting results. There we go.
I gotta need to go for a second. I will be right back.
And I won't be streaming for too much longer, but I am definitely having fun with you guys. So I'll keep exploring this nonsensical, probably stuff that I won't stream on Midjourney's server, like dead horses. Dead horses and deers getting hit by cars. Yeah. But if we drop the styles on this, we should see more interesting diversity. Yeah, okay. Yes. We got a car and it's a pro. Okay, yes. Let's see what we got here. Anime girl reacting to about to hit a deer. We got the car. We got a car. Oh wow. Okay, I like that the car is zooming super fast with the flame. Okay. Yeah, that third one. That's great. That's just gory. Yeah. Let's up-res this third result here because that's too funny. What is I Troll For You doing here? Camera view behind the character. Goth character driving. Driving at night, and then you put the character. Let's see what your character reference is here. Oh, okay. You put it as Bay and I. Neat. That's funny. It kind of looks like there's like one webcomic artist it kind of reminds me of. I'm blanking on the name though. But this is funny to me. Just the scream, this but it gave it hair. So that's interesting. Let's go ahead and just kind of pan over and see what we get out of that. And then I'll also do a 2x zoom, seeing as I already removed the character reference here. The style reference will encourage comic panels because it has panels in the image, right? So this was one of those that I really should have probably formatted the bordering, the panel bordering better. I didn't, but it is giving us interesting results here, so that's good. I do not like this face. That's too funny. Let's see what we got. They're coming in now. I love how the girl has the car headlights as eyes. I've noticed this trend a lot actually. In the first Beyond the Valley comic, I am I use headlights and blindness as kind of a theme, right? And so like and I'll just show this really quick before I show that image. Go to my comics here. In the first episode here, when we start to address that we're not alone in latent space and that there's all these like this image right here is the isekai truck coming in to hit you as the reader, and Victor's eyes evoke the truck, that the bus that is talked about in the comic. So the idea that I was kind of going with here was that it's the deer in the headlights. Like we all got blindsided by AI significantly, and we don't we we're at a point right now where even a year later, I feel like a lot of people don't really get what I was kind of intending with this stuff. Where I was like, look, it's we don't have a choice here. This is math. This
I'm
is the
back.
movement technology. Hey, it's good to see you. Glad you're back.
Hey.
How's your friends doing?
They're doing it. We just were shortly preparing for tomorrow because tomorrow we're gonna drive to my parents' place. Yeah, go eating there, have some fun times, maybe do some
Nice.
archery if the weather holds up, and maybe I will
Ooh,
show them the castle where I grew up. So
nice. Your dad makes amazing bows, by the way. When you shared those earlier, that was so cool.
yeah, yeah, it's even more amazing if you like have access to them and see his creative process, how he comes up with all of that, because all of them are handmade, like piece by piece.
Yeah, let me do you mind if I show them?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, let me find it. Did you share it in text chat or media share? I forgot exactly where
I
you
think
shared
it
it.
was text chat because it was like in the flow of of chatting with people.
Right, right.
Yeah.
You have 69 pages of comments in there it is. I found it. Okay, so this is one of them here. Um Actually, let me grab one that's a little bit bigger just so first here are like a bunch of bows. Um so he makes the what is the handle called exactly? This here?
It's just I think it's the handle. I can
Okay, okay. I don't
yeah.
know if there's a fancier name for it or not, but yeah.
No.
They look so pretty
Yeah.
though.
Let me Google. No, it's the handle in English. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Handle and throwing arms.
They have is it a acrylic that goes
Um
into the
yeah,
transparent elements?
it's some special epoxy mixture that he like developed himself basically.
Wow.
And inside of them is in these you're looking at right now is metal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That looks great. Because I would have never guessed that's a bow. Yeah, right. Yeah, the if you look at the actual bows here, um, the they're like these like laminated wood, right? Um, Probably with a
Yeah.
lot of resin and epoxy to keep it together and solid and strong.
Yeah. Yeah, it's lots of layers of wood glued on top of each other in the right thickness and structure. And then on those you're showing right now with the colored throwing arms, that's the
Hmm.
model assassin. There's even like a piece of print in between that I designed. So these designs are from me.
Oh,
And yeah,
very cool. That's awesome. And just to kind of zoom in on this one really quick here, yeah, I love anything that's like captured resin, and I think that I think that Jurassic Park with the mosquitoes stuck in the resin, right, was like my first like kind of memory as a kid being like, ooh, I like that look or whatever. And then whenever I went
mm,
to like a children's museum, I would always want to buy one of those little like bug trapped in like a gem
yeah,
kind of things they would sell.
yeah.
Very cool. I love this. That's awesome.
It's amazing. I always wonder when somebody from Hollywood will knock on his door and ask for some bows for a movie.
Yeah, they really need to.
Yeah.
There's a in fact, you don't need to ask. What you need to do is you need to send emails. You need to send them to product placement companies. They're the most
Okay.
likely people to do that for your dad. So
Interesting.
you search for product placement companies in Los Angeles and
Mhm.
basically just mass email them and be like, hey, you need some gorgeous bows? Here, I got them. I got all the gorgeous bows you need. Like that kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Just schmooze up your dad very good for
Okay.
them, and then you're good.
Okay. I will think about that. Thank you for that tip. Product placement companies.
There's nothing cooler than getting shot by a bedazzled bow, right? Yeah, exactly. Um, I would. It's kind of like I'm kind of imagining like Cupid's bow, right? Or it's like it's the difference between like here's a normal bow and a
Yeah.
very or like pretty ridiculous bow. Uh,
You, do you want to
it's
see a Game of Thrones like bow?
yeah.
It's a really unique piece. Wait, I'm gonna get the photo for it because I made some recordings of that to make a video out of it. I will need a little bit to get that photo out
I
of my
also saw that
iCloud.
Boken left a message on the text chat here, and he said, I wanted a pizza party. My brother wanted to make pizza in the pizza oven himself, so we made lots of pizza." And I'm just laughing at the idea of just like, okay, both you guys had pizza plans, and it's like and they all overlap, and now it's just, oh, what do we do with all this pizza? This is the day to donate it. That is definitely today is the day to donate excess food. That's for sure. Somebody asked, is Rio an archer?
No, no, she's definitely not.
She's a little magical girl.
She's
Uh,
a little magical girl who also knows some sword fighting. Like, it depends on which Ryo you're talking about. Like,
we have
there's
so many
multiple
alts.
versions of her. Yeah, like, there's the
We have a lot of
Isekai
alts.
or Phantasma version. Then there is the my own anime version. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, but like in my anime, she should get like a little fire elemental that can transform into a sword, and she fights with that.
Yeah, I think that's going to be just a common thing when it comes to, especially as character referencing gets maybe better and whatnot, is that we'll have less of these alts because we can easily bring from one to another. But the reality is that the style reference matters so much more than
Yeah.
than the character does, because that's going to establish the world that your character lives in. So you what some people ask of character referencing is literally impossible, to go like, okay, yeah, we could do that, but it's not, we're no longer blending or bringing the character into the world. We are superimposing. We're basically doing Photoshop of slapping your character on there no matter what the style is or whatever. I am far less interested in that, because that's just, okay, how can I cut out a step from Photoshop instead of exploring a complete unique original world? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's so much less interesting to me. Um Check out what you got if you got it ready.
Uh, Finding a lot of videos of it
Ah, okay.
when I'm searching for a picture. Because we basically had a little movie shooting for a little advertisement.
This is just, what is it? I troll for you used me and Bay, right? And from my drawn comic here, and it's just so goofy because, like, obviously it's trying to bring us together. And on the bottom right here, I'll just blow this up a little bit. Sorry, bottom left. It's just making me laugh because not only are we both driving in the wrong directions and all that kind of stuff, like his character models merged with my character model, and we're getting like this like really, like, I can easily recognize both characters inside of these, but I can't. They're both wrong. It's so funny, what happens when you try to merge two characters. But just to kind of catch up on this post here, because this was the pan over that we did with the deer. It basically gave a body to the deer face that was screaming on the side there for all of them. So that is funny. It's funny how some of them are particularly chunky and they all don't make really a lot of sense, but it is funny. There we go. Cool.
Okay, I'm just gonna
Um,
send you a video, I think.
all right. And I'm probably gonna close out the stream after the video. Honestly, I really do need to get something to eat. It's coming close to 7 p.m. here locally, which is about my dinner time. So
Oh yeah,
get some. I think I might get a pizza today. That sounds good.
I I need to get some sleep too soon. It's 1 a.m.
Yeah,
here.
yeah. You in Germany. You definitely
Yeah.
Deutschland need that
Mm. Deutschland.
need the sleep.
Also an alle netten Zuschauer aus der ganzen Welt, wenn ihr Deutsch sprecht, ihr seid im Stream von Victor Nalien. Ich heiße euch wirklich herzlich hier willkommen.
I have no idea what you said, but I approve.
I just said welcome.
Okay, cool. It's really funny too because at the I'm laughing now because it's like, oh, I just said welcome. Like all the words you just said. Just welcome.
Yeah.
That's great.
In
That's
German,
great.
it's also way more easy for me to get into my old streamer personality. Like, it's
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
There's the language barrier too. Like there's you
Oh, yeah.
speak such great English. Like I have family in Germany and they struggle so much more than you do.
Yeah, that's because I basically was raised internationally too. So my elementary school was an international one in Spain.
Wow.
And main language was English, so I basically learned English from when I was 5.
Nice. That's awesome. All right, let's see if I can get this to work. I have to get it to load in Chrome. So let's see. Open, show in folder, open with Chrome. All right, let's take a look. Wow. Oh, look at that. The detail in the wood. Wow. And did he draw the sketching too?
And it's basically a partner he's working with,
Oh, okay.
who's
Okay.
doing
Okay.
like the sketching and the woodwork to cut basically into the wood.
Okay. It's so good. That is quite amazing. Absolutely.
Oh, is it cool if I sneak in here?
Oh yeah, you're good.
Hey,
Tanner?
Hey.
It's good to see you.
Yeah, thanks. How is everybody?
Good. I am
Doing
going to be
good.
closing out the stream relatively soon. We're just watching a video right now of Rhapsody's dad's bows. This looks incredible. Like absolutely incredible.
Oh, really? I think I saw pictures of them.
Yeah, they were
Before.
posted a little earlier here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just finishing up the stream here, and it's really cool to be able to have multiple folks coming onto the stream and just kind of hanging out.
Yeah. I get
Very.
you.
I love the detail that's coming out through this though. We're watching the video here on the stream. The it's super neat to see the what is it like? So when it comes to the artist though that drew it, how much was it on? Like, did your dad give a template for him to draw on top of?
No, I think he just gave him the bow, and he basically.
Oh, just gave him the
traced it.
bow. Okay. Wow.
So
Yeah,
so my stepfather first built the bow, and he just gave it to them.
It does
And
look
then
great.
And they did
go
the
ahead.
wood carving, and then came like what's the word?
The
What's
epoxy
the
sealing.
word? No.
Oh, like
The
the
paint,
polishing.
basically.
Oh, the paint. Oh, okay.
Paint and polish.
Staining.
And,
The staining of it. Yeah. What's at least for me, the thing that trips me up is one, he didn't give a template because he normally like any sort of distortions, any sort of like differences in the line art versus what you're doing. Like I used to do like 3D printing consulting and stuff like that. It was so important for me to make sure that like my templates when I gave to the clients were like 1-to-1 with them, because if there was, they would have some idea in their head that something would work, and then it's just not enough space to to constrain to those details. And
Yeah.
wow, everything here is represented. I mean, even just the little folds in the Celtic, and so good.
It's hand carved.
Wow. Yeah, I was about to say it looks like a CNC thing here.
No, it's not.
Um,
It's made by hand, every single line
wow.
of it.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some really complex like 5-axis CNCs do similar or 6-axis C. Well, is it 5 or 6? I forgot. But it's I've seen some really advanced stuff done with it, but I don't think I like in terms of that detail, it's incredible. Oh, hey, Legal Beagle. We're actually going to be closing out the stream here
Yeah.
pretty soon. So
Oh,
I was,
I have a question before you
yeah, sure.
go. Do you have any plans for tomorrow?
Tomorrow I will be uploading an April Fool's comic with a couple other artists, but otherwise no. What do you got? What do you want me to do?
No, I was just asking because you were like teasing like something for April Fools. I was just wondering what it was.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm what is it? I really want to mess around with some stuff that you guys end up like, prompting and doing tomorrow as well, but it really just depends on what's going on. I just pay attention to the Reddit Ardesh comics tomorrow.
Oh,
I'll post
the
the link.
comic subreddit. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
have to. Yeah, I'll have
I'll
to
post the
find a
link.
way to subscribe to it through RSS since I don't have a Reddit account.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Um, I follow some artists individual on Instagram. I just really hate Instagram. I can't stand it. It's
I hate it too. The only reason I'm on there is just because my friends refuse to see my photographs on like my website, which is weird.
yeah. People are really weird about that stuff now.
Yeah.
All the walled gardening and Appleification of everything has kind of ruined the internet.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping like, this whole activity pub like Mastodon thing could reduce that, but I'm just still waiting for it to like have its big
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
think once X fails, I'm assuming X is gonna fail this year. That's
Oh,
my prediction.
it is gonna fail. Like it's just like the moderation sucks, and everything's getting in behind login walls and paywalls. So it'll come. It's
Right.
just a matter of when.
I think when they do pull the plug on like the thing is it's gonna take the banks. When the banks pull the plug on it, then it's
Oh,
that
like we're waiting on the credit card processors and all that.
yeah,
I mean, they
exactly.
are doing NSFW communities, so that might be a possibility.
Yeah. But it is certainly true that in terms of I worry about a domino effect of where when the banks pull the money out of like one major social media, what happens to the others? You know what I mean? Like I
Oh,
do
right. Well,
there
yeah,
might
that's
there
a
might be a
concern
bit of a
too.
runaway. There's a bit of a runaway effect I think that might happen if the banks get too many ideas. But impromptu character inconsistency event. I
Yeah.
don't think you guys would want me to advertise that. A negative C-ref.
Oh,
You're right.
you could
Yeah.
advertise it for April Fools, but that's just a suggestion.
Right. Just stream or like a super sudden last minute event. Yeah, CRF negative 100. Yeah. Uh, just what is the opposite of a character? I've done inverted characters before, and it's really
Yeah.
interesting results you get out of it. But it really just changes the color palette. It doesn't really do too much to the. I mean, it does a little bit to the world stuff, but it really is all about the inverted color schemes. Um, Alrighty. Well, I think at this point, guys, I wanted to thank you all so much for joining. I've been streaming for close to like 3 hours now, and I need to get some pizza in me. So,
Yeah.
thank you guys so much. Thank you to Rhapsody for coming in here and hanging out with me. That's so cool.
Always nice. I'm always happy to do that.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
How's Rhapsody feeling?
I'm doing great. I think I'm through all of my sickness. I was enjoying some vacation over the last week with some friends and family here.
Oh, that's good
Um,
to hear.
yeah, and I will have more vacation in 2 weeks, and then I'm actually gone for 2 weeks, traveling through Germany. So that will be fun.
Awesome.
But also wanted to advertise or
Do it.
really ask something in the channel here because the idea came up recently that I will or should do a mini Photoshop Photopea basic beginner workshop with you guys because a lot of people started using Midjourney and don't know how to select things in correctly or change colors or do stuff. And that's basically what I did as a job when I was working for Apple. So I could do that easily. And if there's interest there, we should organize like a little mini event on the server. And then I
Yeah,
will
that'd be
be happy
great.
to help everybody with that.
Awesome. Well, Rhapsody, you're always giving so much of yourself to this stuff, and I just thank you so much. You know, I wish I could I wish I could support you more in more direct ways, and thank you so much for doing it.
Oh, good. I'm fine. I'm already very surprised where this whole AI stuff brought me already in the last
Right?
months. Like I really started actively using this and engaging into the community like 6 months ago. Now I basically got a job working with Pika. I'm now part of the team since recently.
So great.
And
Congratulations on
yeah,
that, by the way.
thank you.
That's
So
a
so
right,
we're
that's a
good.
pretty big step up. So I congratulate you as
Yeah.
well.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, you all have a good night. Thank you all for joining, and I'm just gonna do some quick shout outs here too. Legal Beagle, Ancient, ADC, and man, Halulu. I troll for you. All you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining and being regulars. And we'll hang out on the stream, next time too. So awesome. Thank you guys. Have a great night.
Yeah, bye bye.
Bye.